Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you this big guy. He's a very expensive item for the car. It is a dashboard for a 1982 to 1992 Camaro. Now my car is a 1992 Camaro, which means it is 30 years old. And unfortunately, no matter how well you take care of your car, there's some things on a car you just can't take care of, you just can't protect. And especially when it's 30 years old. And that is one being the dashboard. And so my dashboard started to have little cracks on it. And so it was time to fix it. Now I had two choices. One is to get it reupholstered, which means just putting like a either leather or a vinyl over top of it. But you know, it's going to crack just like leather does. And you also have to make sure you put leather conditioner on it and all that. There is also a different alternative that you can do, is you can put what's called a dash cap. And it's literally that. It's a cap that you put on top. They say it doesn't look, you know, you can't tell the difference. Oh, you can. There's a different way to tell the difference between the dash cap and an actual dashboard. And that's mainly by the speaker holes. But you basically glue it on there. And I've heard a lot of times where it starts to break or it cracks because it doesn't flex like a dashboard has to with hot and cold. And then the other one is to actually get another dashboard. Now, unfortunately, when you have an older car, especially the Camaros, there are places that are making aftermarket parts, but they're charging you an arm and a leg. And this guy is no exception, especially when you live in Canada, because anything you pay in the States, you got to pay duty, you got to pay shipping, and the shipping is just outrageous for anything over the States, especially something this big. This box is it's about 5 feet, somewhere around that. So it's a huge box. It's not very heavy. It's about, I think it's 14 pounds or so, 14, 17 pounds, something like that. The dashboard comes from Hawks3rdgen.com, and we'll do an unboxing in this video to see how well it's packaged, and hopefully there's no damage. I'm really hoping. Now, as far as the cost goes, for US, it is $649.99 US. Then you add $59.99 US to ship. Now, unfortunately, once you're in Canada, that whole thing changes. For Canadians, you're paying $649.99 US and $59.99 US. But then they need to email you the actual full shipping. So then you'll get an email, at least for where I was in Canada, which is in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, which was an additional $192.05 for a grand total of $254.04 to ship this bad boy to Canada. I told you, there's a huge difference when it comes to shipping to Canada than it is to the US. For this, and the shipping and the duty and the taxes, the total comes to $902.03 US. You convert that to Canadian, and it's around $1,130. So yeah, when I said this is an expensive item, this is an expensive item. So one thing I should mention is one of the good things about having to pay that amount for the shipping is I actually got 2 days shipping. So it got sent out on the 6th and it arrived here on the 8th. So those who have a Camaro and are interested in getting one from Hawks3rdgen.com, well, this video is for you because I'll do an unboxing and we'll check it out. Now in this video, we're just going to do an unboxing of the dashboard. Stay tuned for a future video where I'll actually install it in my own car. So if you're interested in this in your own car, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon, and that way you'll be notified when that video gets posted. Now, as far as the box that it's shipped in, it is 64 inches long by 17 inches wide by 6 inches high. The parcel itself, the box that it comes in, is a total of 17 pounds. Because this box is so huge, I ended up having it shipped to my workplace. And so, unfortunately, The box is not perfect, and so I'm kind of leery right now on the condition of it, to be honest. I'll show you what I mean. Now, I don't know if you can see this. It's a little hard to, but the box is actually caved in. See, it's not flat. It's caved inwards. There is a little hole, a couple holes on the side where I stuck my little, kind of my pinky finger in, and you can feel and see with a flashlight that it's got bubble wrap on it. We'll just have to see. So this is what it says, the stickers that they put on there. So they do try and emphasize that this is a delicate item. You got your clearance stickers on the bottom, but. So next I'm going to carefully open this up, and we'll see how well it's packaged, how well it's bubble wrapped, and just the overall packaging of it to protect it during shipping. Okay, so first off the bat, I do want to say it looks like they did a good job on protecting the ends. I have not taken the dashboard out of the box, but that is a good sign. Looks like it's stuffed with quite a bit of paper here. So let's take this paper out here. And so it looks like it's got bubble wrap all around it, so that's good. I probably would have liked to have seen actual paper stuffed inside here, because that's quite a bit of a space for it to kind of bounce around. But yeah, let's open this up and see how it came out. All right, so that's actually quite reassuring. You can see that it is very well bubble wrapped. Looks like it's been wrapped maybe twice around the corners, all around it. There's no spaces that I can see where there's no bubble wrap on it. So that's actually very reassuring for me, for the fact that that box was dented inwards. So here's wishful thinking. So next I'm going to open it up and we'll check this bad boy out. Actually, I've got to come back here and show you guys this. This is actually quite impressive. Can you see the white styrofoam that they've put to help support it? Now, in the box, it's a complete rectangle. On these, they're not quite fully flat. They're kind of on an angle. And so they've added these styrofoam blocks in order to give it support throughout the whole thing. That actually, again, that's very good packaging. Very impressed. That's definitely a plus in my books. Definitely. So here's the dashboard after all the bubble wrap has been removed. You can see they put a lot of bubble wrap on this thing. So they're definitely doing whatever they can to make sure this thing does not get damaged during shipping. Now the one thing that confused me is because on the website it states that the side window vents are not included, or they're just cut out, but they're there. So I wasn't expecting that. I thought I had to reuse my own. And they have the hole for the vent, so I'm kind of confused about that. Maybe I'll send them a message and get an answer before I post this video. But anyways, let's actually unpackage this and make sure everything's good. All right, so let's take the bag off and see what it's like. Okay, there is the dashboard. Very well made. Looks just like an authentic GM dashboard. Very well constructed from what I can see. The speaker holes are very consistent. It's even got the holes drilled, which some of them don't, I've heard. Man, I was kind of worried about this one. Comes with the vents. Not sure if you can take them out or not. I guess you can. There's no point trying to, but yeah, I'm not going to bother taking it out. I don't need to. So that's the top part. You can see along the sides. So far, so good. And let's check out the other side. Okay, so here's the other side. Now this is the most important because this is what faces towards the driver and towards the seat. The other side is all hidden towards the windshield. So this needs to be perfect. And from what I can see, I don't see any issues. I see no cracks, no nicks. All looks perfect. And as you can see there, you can see the holes that are pre-drilled. And then we'll check out the underside. So this is what the underside looks like. It's a piece of metal, and then they form whatever they need to do. But that's what the bottom looks like. And even on the bottom, I don't see anything to kind of cheapen out, or it's all finished all underneath. It's got all finished area around the edges. Yeah, very, very, very impressed. Now these look like they might be glued in. I'm not going to try and push them out. On the stock ones, they just sit in there, but they're probably just pushed in really hard. I'm not going to bother because I don't want to like give away anything. You don't need to remove them anyways. Just something to note if you were to get it. All right, guys, so what are my final thoughts on the aftermarket 1982 to 1992 Camaro dashpad that's sold by Hawks Motorsports? Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being poor and 10, of course, being excellent. Now, as far as the shipping cost goes, man, you guys in the US, you guys are lucky. Because for this big bad boy, you guys only get to pay a fixed rate of $59.99 US. That's around $78 Canadian. For us in Canada, that is completely different. To get this guy to me here in Vancouver, BC, Canada, the total was $330 Canadian. Now, it's hard for me to put a rating on the shipping because for me, it's kind of a toss-up. Paying $330 compared to you guys in the States paying $59.99, I could kind of understand it because the fact that I got 2-day shipping. Now, normally things coming from the States to coming to me is around about 1.5 weeks. But I don't think I would want this to spend 1.5 weeks on the road. So, like I said, it's kind of a toss-up. Being the fact that it was 2 days, it went out on April 6th and it got here on April 8th. And that was all the way from South Carolina to Vancouver, BC, Canada. So as a result, I think what I'll do is I'll give it a rating of 9 out of 10. Now, as far as the packaging goes, I was really impressed with the amount of large bubble wrap that they put on here, and then you had the styrofoam blocks to give it better support. I was very, very impressed. Now, the only reason I would probably deduct a point is only because I would have liked to have seen a little bit more packaging inside the box, especially the side where we looked at that big gap. So I can only imagine this thing was shifting back and forth. Maybe it might have got damaged if it was more than 2 days, but the fact that it only took 2 days to get here, that might have helped out. But still, I would have liked to see more packaging inside the box. And I do like the fact that they have put a lot of stickers on the box, you know, saying that it's fragile, it's glass. You know, they did put it, and it's on actually both sides. So I do like that. Overall, with everything else, I was super, super impressed. Just that little bit, just a little bit inside that I was a little bit lacking, I would give it 9 out of 10. Now, as far as the quality of this dash pad, I was extremely impressed. Like, I could not find anything wrong with it. I couldn't find any faults with it whatsoever. I don't have one to compare with because it's in the car right now, but from what I can remember and the pictures that I had taken of my other one, it looks identical. The grain looks to be the same. The fit, I mean, we won't know until we do the installation video, but I mean, overall, from what I can see, it's a solid 10 out of 10. Solid 10 out of 10. But remember, this is just the first impression and the unboxing of it. Until we actually install it in the car, which will come up in a later video, then I'll know whether or not this is actually a really good mold or not. Is it going to fit properly? Are the screws going to go in there properly without getting stripped and so on? You know, is there any type of modification that has to be done? That I won't know. But as far as the product itself, my first impression, it's 10 out of 10. All right, guys, there we have it. I would absolutely highly recommend this dash pad from Hawks Motorsports from anyone who has a 1982 to 1992 Camaro that is in need of a new Camaro dash pad. Now, like I said before, there is other alternatives. You can get leather vinyl put on top, but then you have to worry about having to condition it and cracking and so forth. And you also have dash caps, and basically those just lay on top and you glue them down. From what I've been hearing, while they are cheap, they're like $150 or so. The thing is, I tend to hear that they crack a lot just because they don't move, you know. Dash pads, they have flex to them, they have to breathe. And these dash caps, I believe, are usually plastic. And so there's no movement, there's no breathing room, and so they tend to crack. Plus, they all seem to have the same thing. They all have those speaker holes in it. And I mean, you can spot that a mile away. It doesn't even look authentic, whereas this does. If you don't care, then okay, fine. If you want like a really authentic looking replacement dash pad, Hawks Motorsports is the way to go. Hey guys, now just as I finished compiling the video, I got an email back from Hawks Motorsports. They said that the dash pad comes from OER, which is Classic Industries. What they said was it didn't used to come with froster vents, which is good because then you don't have to reuse your own. You can just use the ones that come with it. Now, they also did say that they're press fit in. They are not glued in. So I guess they were just really tightly pushed in there. Yeah, I didn't want to take a chance of ruining an $1,100 item. So, but yeah, apparently it's just press fit in there. All right, guys, so once again, I'd like to thank you for watching the video. Let me know if you got the dash pad, or even if you used the DashCAP. I'd actually be interested in hearing your experience on it, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to hear your experience because it gives different options for if you have a cracked dash pad. And guys, don't forget, I will be doing another video installing it into my own car, and there we will get the final review to see if there's any unforeseen instances when we go to install it into my own car. So like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. That way you can be notified when each of the new videos are posted. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. All right, and with that, I'd like to conclude this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and be sure to click the little bell icon to be notified of each new video I post. Thank you for watching, and till next time.